I never really thought I would have to make a video about this, but I do. It has come to my attention a lot. Many people have showed me this story, tagged me this story about this little boy that committed suicide over having a colostomy bag. I can't tell you how much anger and sadness this brings me. It's crazy that so many people have a colostomy or an ostomy bag, and people still don't know the awareness about it. People don't understand it still. People just don't get it. And that's horrible, because it leads to things like hurting themselves and putting themselves in a hospital, or even the worst, them committing suicide. That's not okay. Now, I just want to put a disclaimer. Please, I'm not trying to be like disrespectful to the family or to the little boy. I feel very sad and angry about this because it is a touchy subject for me, especially since I'm younger and I've had to deal with people and my ostomy bags before, and I get it. I just understand where he felt left out, or if he felt sadness or displaced in school, or his whole thing happened because of bullies in school. Even though it was a no tolerance bully school, it's still, that doesn't mean anything. It sometimes in a lot of lives, yeah, it helps as a no tolerance school, but most of the time people don't care, kids don't care, and they do it anyways. And these kids that bullied this poor boy, it led to these actions that no kid should ever have to think of, let alone a kid or a teenager or an adult. No kid, teenager, or adult should ever feel like they have to end their life over something that's part of them, that makes them unique, that makes them special, that makes them them. That's not fair. This boy, his name was Seven Bridges, and he was born with a severe colon disorder, and that led him getting an ostomy bag when he was born. I did some research on him, and his mom, she was told she wasn't able to have kids, and she had him, so so to doctors he's considered a little miracle baby, and he had to have an ostomy bag though, which was fine because that was what he had to have in life to make sure that he was going to be okay and not need to end up in the hospital and everything. Now, it's sad because he was still so young. He was still so young. He was a 5th grader. And school wasn't a safe place for him. He felt the need he had to leave all this pain that he had built up inside of him. And the only way to do that was to end his life. He had 26 surgeries before his death, and so he had 26 surgeries in his lifetime. That's a lot. A lot of kids shouldn't have to go through that. It's hard surgeries I've dealt with my whole life. They're hard to go through. It's a new process every single time you do it because, yeah, it's the same procedure and it's the same, like get ready, doctors around, yeah, blah, blah, blah. They know the whole thing, but it's still like a new feeling every time because you still get that anxious mood of, oh my God, I'm going into surgery, you know what I mean? So that's a lot of surgeries to have when you're little, and it's rough. It's rough. Look, he was a cute little kid, his parents loved him so much, and they would never have thought their son would have done this. He was a 5th grader, and he was bullied by his peers, and they would tease him because of his ostomy bag, and when I was researching, they said the most thing they bullied him for was like the odor. Now listen, this gets on my nerves because it's an ostomy bag, aka it's your intestine, which means when you eat, it goes through your intestine, and what does a normal human do? They poop. They go to the bathroom and they poop. That's it. Now, for an ostomy bag, It's the same thing, but it just comes straight out of your intestine into a bag. Now, yeah, there's problems with odor and all that stuff, but there's ways to help prevent that, and there's, it's not his fault that his diet had him eat foods that maybe had more of an impact on that, or I don't know exactly what was happening, but like there's no reason to bully someone over that. You never know what someone's going through, and sometimes things like that you just can't control. And it's not his job to control, or his parents, or you know what I mean? Like, it's people have to start being respectful, especially like kids. They have to start being respectful. They have to start accepting people into their lives that, yeah, they're different, but that doesn't mean that they're not cool or they're not fun. They have some problems that they gotta do. If they're gonna go out, they gotta do some things before they do it. Before, they take a shower, they gotta do a couple things before they can take a shower, because that's how they do it to survive. And that's their everyday life. It doesn't mean that they can't do this or that and that. No, it's just another step that some people have to take. I do it all the time. When I have to wake up in the morning for school, I have to cath, so I pee. Now, most kids go pee regular to the bathroom when they wake up in the morning, like your morning pee, and I have to cath. It's not, and now it's going to take a few more minutes than an average person. It takes about, like 2 to 5 minutes, but that doesn't degrade me from doing anything that I want to do. And maybe it means I have to wake up a few minutes earlier for school, or it's not nothing like serious. And it saddens me that an ostomy bag odor upset someone else so bad that they had to bully that other person, and it was a little boy. They're literally children in 5th grade, and they felt like they had to bully someone because of how their poop smelled. Okay, because guess what? Everybody's poop smells. That's just a fact. It's human nature. There's nothing wrong with it. We're human. We're all human. It's crazy that some people get so bothered by that. That when it comes to some things, yeah, we all are the same. We're literally all the same. And it's just crazy. It's crazy. 7 was, so one incident that was like a big bullying problem that, people found out about, and they're like, this is not acceptable, was he was on the bus to go to school, and this kid choked him and called him a racial remark. That's crazy. I don't know why the kid did that. I don't know why that kid that did. I don't know what his name is. I don't know anything about him. But it led 7 to go to the emergency room because it hurt him. It hurt him. And can you imagine that? Now, I have some people that go to school too that watch me. Guys, can you imagine going on a bus to think, okay, I'm going to go to school, blah, blah, blah. You get on a bus to go to school and someone just comes up to you and starts choking you in the back of the bus. Like, what? No, that's not okay. And obviously, people found out, they got him, they got him off him or whatever, and allowed him to the ER, which, that's kind of the boy's fault that choked him, or the person, that's their fault, and they had to feel like they had to bully him so bad because he had an ostomy bag. He felt like he had to choke him for racial remarks, and they called him racial slurs all the time. Again, they're 5th graders. They should not be doing that. They should be loving and accepting and building friendships in that grade. They should be focused on, getting school done, and they're fifth graders. They should be focused on doing their work, looking forward to recess, playing soccer, and like getting into sports and building new friendships and all that fun stuff that you do when you're a fifth grader. You shouldn't have to bully people and have fun if that's what they're trying to do, or try to fit in or be cool and show off. No. Parents, if you have kids and you guys send them to school, please remind them to be respectful and to accept the odd one out. And I put that in quotes because they're not odd. And I know this because I am one of those people. I am one of those people that are odd in some sort of way. I mean, I have my friends. I'm friends with everyone. I don't care who you are. I mean, I'll give you respect. You give me back respect. Case closed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's no, I don't like that person. No, they're not my type. No, it's not that they're your type. You're not giving them a chance. And once you give people a chance, that's when people can connect. And when people connect, that's how you build friendships. And I bet you 7 was an amazing little boy who was just trying to fit in. Because I tried to do the same. When I was younger, I would try to fit in, but I knew I was different. And I look back and I like really reflect on 7's story, because I can really like debate about this, because it's a lot, because I somewhat understand how he felt in school without his parents taking care of him, or a lot of adults don't pay attention. And it's sad that his school that is having a lawsuit against them, because his parents did file a lawsuit, and there's a whole big case going on in his school that he went to, and they made a case to find out why the school failed to protect their little boy. And that's the thing I can't relate to, because my parents, and I'm not saying anything about 7's parents. I bet they're probably amazing parents. I'm so sorry for them. It's so sad, because some adults probably just don't know how to handle things, and maybe just people at the school just didn't know how to handle things, so they let a lot of stuff go. I don't know. But I mean, we can all make up our own assumptions. Only a few people obviously know the true story, like the true story. But if someone did fail to protect him, I've never had that problem, because my school, ever since I was in pre-K, and my mom wanted me to go to school because she wanted me to have that social interaction with kids and to have friends and to have people I can trust or go to, and them not be my parents or my sister or my grandparents or my cousins. You know what I mean? Like, they wanted me to have friendships with people and really experience that trust with people and that love of having a friend. And I do. I love all of my friends so much. They're the reason why I love going to school. They're the reason why I love calling them or texting them or, helping them do homework. Whatever it is, I love my friends, and I'm loyal to my friends. I never want to ever make them ever feel some sort of way that I'm better than them. Or I know a lot of people say, "Oh my God, Jay, you're so brave," blah, 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 and I thank you guys so much for that, and I thank everyone for that, but I never want to be treated like you. I never want to be treated with pity, because that's weakness, and I don't want to show that. I want you to treat me like you would any other friend, and if I don't like it, I don't proceed. I just, I try to kind of distance myself from them. I really don't do much. And my schools have always made sure that the kids fully understood what was happening in my life, why I was going to the hospital so much, why I had a central line, why I had an ostomy bag, and what the ostomy bag was for, why I couldn't eat like I could? Why couldn't I eat at lunchtime like the other kids? Why would I have to step out of the lunchroom? Or why would I have to walk out of the classroom 5 minutes early? Which I still do all of those things. And my friends that have grown up with me since pre-K and up, remember, I'm a sophomore now in high school, they all still get it. They still all understand. And it's okay to ask questions. If someone doesn't answer your question, they say, sorry, like, that's really personal to me. I really don't want to answer that. Is that okay? People should be able to say, okay, not nag at them. And, like, I want an answer. I don't know. That's their privacy. And if Seven's ostomy was his privacy, and if people ever wanted to talk about it and he didn't feel comfortable, that's okay, because people should respect that. Because that's something totally different than someone asking another kid about something else. Of my friends have always stuck up for me through, like, good and bad, and I have amazing friends. Now, I don't talk to them every single day of my life. I don't text them all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really clingy, so I'm not really like that either. But they still know, and I still know, that from the kids I used to talk to all the time in middle school, and I see them in the hallway. Now, we don't have a phone conversation, but sometimes we'll look at each other, nod, and we both know everything's okay, and we keep walking. That I know right there is friendship, because I know that they have my back, that they still care about me. I'm still a person in their lives. Like, they didn't just forget about me and not care about me anymore. Like, they still know that I'm okay. They know I'm doing well if they see me in school. And it's nice, because I know I have people that I can always, I don't want to say rely on or fall back on, but people I know I can always trust to go back to and say, or say if I was lonely, say, hey, can I sit with you guys, at the lunch table, whatever. And they would be like, yeah, Jay, come on, come on, sit down. And I could have a regular conversation with them. Now, a lot of people I can't. Now, that's a different story. But, because I do get anxious around new people sometimes. But I know, for the most part, that I'm safe when I'm in school. I know that I'm going to have fun. I know that I'm not going to be miserable when I go, because I have my friends and I have adults there that I can go to because I trust them. I trust them with information that I tell them. I trust them with information that maybe I don't want anyone else knowing. I've done that. I've told teachers things, that was things that were on my mind that I didn't really want to tell anyone else. So me and my teachers we had that connection that we both, they know and everything. And in my IEP, I have an IEP for school. It doesn't really degrade me from anything that I want to do. I'm in clubs, I'm in all that stuff. And I can have a conversation with my teachers and they understand. I never have a rough time with my teachers. More than likely, I never have a rough time with my teachers. And if I do, then I have my amazing manager and my social worker and my whole team in my school, and my schools over all my years of school, they've all been amazing, and they've all made people understand why I have to, do certain things that I have to. Now, it's crazy too, because Seven was supposed to leave his school that he was going to get away from all those bullies. But sadly, he did take his own life before he went, before the end of the year that he could have got out. And I don't really feel like I do know, about, how he, died and all that, but I really don't feel like that's my place to say. His parents, I'm just going to say this, his parents weren't home, but they only left him for a few minutes because they were around the corner. And that's when he decided to do that. That's when he decided to take his own life. And it's sad that he was in that much pain at that moment, that he felt like he had to do that because he wanted to escape. All he wanted to do was be normal. All he wanted to do. that is really where, like, I can understand that, because ever since I was little, me and my mom, we would do my colostomy bag changes, and it would hurt, and I remember, like, I would have a chart on the board that my dad would make me, and we'd put a sticker every time I did good, and I would get, like, a prize at, like, the end, like, like, stupid stuff that parents do to cheer you up. And I used to ask my mom all the time. I used to bug her and be like, Mommy, like, why do I have this on me? Like, why don't the other kids have this? Why do I have to have it? Why? Like, why? Because you're special. And I don't mean to get any religious on anyone. You guys know that, like, and she just told me, like, people are chosen to go through certain things, and that's, everyone has their own battles in life, but you have to go through some more, and you're going to have to deal with it for the rest of your life, but that's okay, because you have me and Daddy, you have Devin, you have Grandma and Grandpa, you have your friends, and we're all going to help you through it no matter what, and no matter what feelings you're going to have. And I still ask myself sometimes, like, why? Like, why today? Why do I have to change my bag right now? Why do I have to change my bag even though it's 2 o'clock in the morning? Why did I just get sick Friday? It's the weekend. I want to go enjoy my weekend. Like, we all have those days, and that's okay. And my mom, my dad, they never let me not enjoy life because of it. I mean, even when I had my TPN, even when we first found out I was going to have TPN, my dad was like, all right, Jay, like, what do you want to go do? Like, you want to go to the mall? Or you want to, like, or do you want to go to a friend's house? Do you want, like, what do you want to do? And I used to be like, why? Like, like, Dad, like, no, like, I'm on my TPN, like, I don't want to go out with it. And he'd be like, why? Like, come on, let's go out. Let's go show everyone that we can go out. Let's go show everyone that you can do things, even though you have to sometimes you just have to have more with you. And like, we would go to the mall and stuff, and I would have my backpack on, and people look, and people stare because they don't know what the heck is happening. And people really don't like change, and sometimes when they see those things, they get scared. Sometimes they run, and sometimes really amazing people, maybe sometimes they come up and ask you questions. Like, hey, like, what's that? And, you just tell them. There's nothing to hide. It's your life. It's you. Like, it's literally part of you. And all my friends, like, all my friends that I've ever had, I've gotten questions from them. And that's okay. I don't not like them any less because they ask me a question. I don't want them to be like, oh, like, sorry, I just want to, like, ask you a question. Is that okay? And it's like, no, just ask me a question. It's fine. Like, it's nothing. It's a question. I'm allowed to answer questions. It's your opinion, or you're curious. I'd rather you ask me a question than make up your own assumptions, because I can't stand that when people make up their own assumptions. It's like, no, like, you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know. So don't even try. Just ask. Just ask. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. In honor of asking questions, and in honor of 7, I'm going to do an Instagram poll, and I'm gonna answer one of the questions up here for now on after these videos. So make sure you guys are following me on Instagram, Snapchat. If you guys even want to message my Facebook, you can. Now, I know some of you guys are from one of my best friends' page, from Slay with Salma. If you guys want to message her questions to me, to ask me, you can do that. Just to get a question to me anyway. My email is always in the description. My Instagram, my Snapchat are always in the description. You guys can message me too, like, on here, comment below. If you guys have any questions for me about my videos, about my life, about, school, anything. If you guys need advice about, like, a central line or an ostomy bag or bullies or whatever, just please let me know. because I want to answer them and I want to help you guys understand my life and this awareness for all of this, because I feel like this isn't even awareness for organ donation anymore. I feel like this is awareness for everything. For organ donation, having an ostomy bag, having a central line, you know, being in the hospital overnight, because some people, like, that blows their mind, staying in the hospital overnight. It's, you know, giving blood, trying to be yourself. Be accepting of yourself. I feel like it's awareness for all of that at this point, because there's so many people that die because of these things that really hurt them. And that's sad. And that shouldn't have to happen, especially to kids. So, please, sound off in the comments. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it. Okay. So, this is my video today about Seven. He's right here. I pray for his soul. I pray for his parents. I pray for his family to find healing, you know, find some peace, to help with this whole case with the school, to find out, you know, what really happened, not assumptions or lies. And, you know, I pray for all you out there that are going through a rough time, just like me. Just like everyone in the world that has problems. So, that's it. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, you know, just... Alright. I love you guys. Remember, please follow my Snapchat, my Instagram, and email if you have any questions.